Y'all, it is Paula with Hillbilly Orchids. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. I'm not doing that great, you guys. I'm really not. I'm trying to push through and get you guys some content though. I did want to talk about the Miltoniopsis. I've had a lot of people ask about the Miltoniopsis and why I keep them in the kitchen window versus the grow space and things like that. And basically, with the Miltoniopsis, they're a cool growing orchid. Okay, they like cool temperatures. These guys do not like it hot. If I would take them to the grow space where it's so hot and humid back there, they would literally melt in a week, like no joke. They cannot live back there in that type of environment. So I keep them in the kitchen, which this window gets all morning sun till about 11 a.m. So it has the morning sun, and then I do have a light above it here that has grow bulbs in it, and that's what this window gets. I don't do anything. I supplement it with a little bit of light, and most of the time it gets straight from the outside window, and that's basically it. So the biggest thing that these guys want is the cooler temperatures. Okay, these guys need to be at least under 70, and I'll try to put the conversion up for Celsius because I'm not real good with that, but they like to stay 70 and under. Okay, so like if you run air conditioning in your home and you wherever you're running the air conditioning, if the air conditioning's in your bedroom, then that would be the best place for these Miltoniopsis. Okay, I would set up a space in there where you're going to be keeping it cool, because you're going to be living in there, so you're wanting cool temperatures so you can sleep and this and that. So with these guys, the only thing is that they do need, some decent amount of light. Humidity is like the third last thing that these guys really worry about. A lot of times out here in the grow space, my humidity's only like 30%. So sometimes the humidity is really, really low. Like right now, I do have 70. It's kind of hard to see it. I do have 70% out here in the grow space. And that's really good, because it's actually the temperature 73 and the humidity 70. So that's really not bad. But now you said, okay, you're like, but Paula, you just said they like to be in under 70. Okay, they do, but they can handle a little bit higher temperatures for short periods of time. Okay, but still not nothing like what my grow space is. Okay, it's 73 out here right now, but it's a cool 73, if that makes sense, because my air conditioning is running. It's a cool temperature that's moving around out here. So it's not hot and it's not humid. It is, the humidity's up, 70% is a lot of humidity, but it's not a hot humidity. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's a really cool. There's been times that, it's gotten warm out here. It's hit like 80, but it's only been 80 for like a couple hours or something. And then I'll like if I'm not home and I come home and it's really hot, so then I'll hit the air conditioning on and it cools it off right away. So these guys don't ever stay hot very long at all, ever. They really maintain a cool temperature, and that's the most important. If you guys can put these guys in a room that has air conditioning, these plants will grow for you. You keep them moist, you keep them well watered, well fertilized, and you'll get like what this Hair Alexander looks like this year. They're really not hard. I always wanted to, when I first started, dealing with orchids and stuff, I stayed away from these. Everybody was like, oh, they're fussy, they're this, they're that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them a try, because orchids are not really fussy. It's just that they require a certain thing for them to survive. That's all. I mean, it's each one has their own different thing. Where Miltoniopsis' thing is coolness, you know, where others might be, you know, direct sunlight, you know. So it's they need their certain things to survive and live, and that's what these guys here need. These guys need cool temperatures versus anything else. They need light. They need light to bloom. You're going to have a lot of nice green plants if you just keep them in a, you know, low light situation with cool temperatures. But of course, we're all in it to bloom them for the blooms. So that's, you know, that's an important part of it. So, you know, like I said, light would be the secondary thing. I would put them in a room with an air conditioning unit. I would let them get morning sun, and whatever windowsill gives them morning sun till about noon. And then I would supplement their evening light. And this is the display right here is what you'll get. Honestly, this is really not a bad display at all. This window has been just phenomenal this year. Everybody's in bloom. The Linda Lingle, the Princess Diana, the Diane West, the Hare Alexander. Just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal grow this year. Really proud of what this window looks like this year. So I hope that kind of helps you guys understand a little more about what Miltoniopsis need. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And that's really about it, you guys, honestly. So if you could like, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. If I do have free subscription and paid subscription to my channel, whichever you choose is up to you. And if not, if you want to do a super thanks, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, with that said, I do appreciate each and every one of you beautiful, wonderful people stopping by and hanging out with me. And bye for now, y'all, till we meet again.